Hi everyone, this was the B grade Criterium run at the HART Driver Training Centre by Manly Cycling Club. It was my first time on this course. It was a lot of fun and it was all about cornering, as I quickly learned. You have to lean your bike way over to get around this corner and accelerate sharply up this steep pinch just to stay in contention. And then after that steep section, it just kept rising for another few hundred meters. And as you can see, that really strung out the bunch. This was the very first lap and I started probably 20-25 riders back. And I quickly learned that you really had to improve your position to save energy on this circuit. It's a good, tough, fun circuit and really tested your cornering skills. Now the next shot you'll see on lap 5, this is a 40-minute race. So early on, this Manly rider in front of me just stays seated, puts the power on and accelerates away down the right hand side. No violent sprint or acceleration. He just ups the tempo gradually and rides away as the rest of us watch him go because it's too early on. There are some counterattacks, so here number 22, one of the juniors from the main pack squad, tries to have a dig going into these S-bends. As you can see, I've improved my position quite a lot to get into fourth wheel here, which helps a lot going up the steep pinch and accelerating up the drag. But it took a lot out of the legs to do this lap after lap and to take it at such a high tempo as well. Now, it all came back together, or so I thought, on lap 12. Just watch number 22 again, that same rider. Watch the rider in front of him with a white jersey, because he attacks down the right hand side here. Number 22 follows and the rider in black behind him just stays in the wheel and follows that attack. So the three of them go off the front. Now I was very confused in this race because I thought the Manly rider who attacked solo before had been brought back, but it turns out he wasn't. He was still away solo up the front, and I thought the three riders who just attacked got well ahead, but on reviewing the footage I would have been confused because you see A grade passing just after they attacked, so I thought they'd stayed away, but it turns out that the three of them had been brought back and it was just the Manly rider solo up front. So one of the things I learnt was, I guess, to be more aware of the race situation, and to pay more attention of what's happening up front, because I was clearly confused about who was where during the whole race. Now, this is going into the final lap, and I'll show you the whole final lap. So as I said, there's a Manly rider solo up front, and the rest of us in the pack following. Although I didn't know it at the time, I thought there were three riders up front. Now keep an eye on this Tarahumara cycling rider in front of me with the white jersey. He's the one who attacked earlier. Keep an eye on him throughout this final lap. Now obviously everyone's trying to get good positioning because we're leading up to the finish. I'm about 10-15 riders back, so it's not great. The field has been whittled down, so I'm pretty much in the last 25% of the field at the moment, and I really am looking to move up. And I'm running out of opportunities to do so, so here is where I tried to move up on the left hand side of the pack. Trying to use my momentum to move to the left hand side, but I didn't really gain more than like 1 or 2 spots. As you head into the S-bend and up that steep pinch for the final time, you can see I'm about 15 riders back. The Tarahumara rider is on the right hand side going up that steep bit now, so just keep an eye on him as I keep trying to look at ways to move up, but I'm on my limit here just trying to hold the wheel. I eased up for a second here to recover, but this gap opens up in front of me and now I've got to close it if I've got any chance of being in contention. I've got to accelerate to try to get around the bunch and towards the front of the pack, but it would be really nice if I could get behind this rider in red here, but I get boxed out because on the left hand side is another rider, so I couldn't stay on that guy's wheel, which is unfortunate because that sends me right to the back of the pack. Meanwhile at the front, that Tarahumara rider has gone straight to the front and he's opened up the sprint, so there's a lesson in positioning for me. I started just on his wheel at the start of this lap. I'm at the back of the bunch as we head into the sprint and he's at the very front, so I have a lot to learn about positioning. I didn't bother contesting the sprint from that position. There was no chance I was going to have any shot at the win. So I eased up, but it was a fun a learning experience about cornering, awareness and positioning, and I hope to be back to give it another good crack soon. Thanks for watching.